Welcome back to the Joski and Goob podcast. My name is Joski, along with my co-host,
the Goob.
He is back. We are back. GWS get well soon. Cade, for two Cades in my life. Cade, my good friend Cade, and also Cade Cunningham, who has a punctured lung. Get well soon, please. Before playoffs, hopefully, please get well.
Yeah, they dropped a big one tonight. First loss since Cade went out, so.
It's fine. We're going to be number one seed.
Won it in the last fraction of a second, but Duran wasn't able to hit the shot. So
it happens. That's going to happen sometimes, you know.
But he had the rebound. Hey, couldn't put it back in.
We're in a good time of year. March Madness is in full swing. Man. NBA playoffs are soon. Baseball just started up.
16 this weekend.
Yeah. No matter how boring it is, baseball started up again, and I'm kidding. Oh. But yeah, it's a great time.
Tonight was opening night with baseball.
The Yankees just killed him. Logan Webb, hometown kid. He's from the area we're from. Just got obliterated. Like, he had 7 strikeouts, but he gave up like 9 hits and 6 runs, and he has a 10.8 ERA right now. But you know,
it's the Yankees, man.
But also, yeah, 1, it's the Yankees. 2, a good thing though is the Giants bullpen looked really good in the later innings, which has been their issue. Their bullpen hasn't been very good. So the fact that Logan Webb can have a crappy game, he's still their ace, he's still their guy. He'll pitch in 5 days and be fine.
Yeah, they got 181 more games to play, so
161.
But they played 182.
162. You're getting 82 games mixed up with, because that's NHL and NBA seasons.
Yeah,
that's what you're getting. Yeah. And then 17 is NFL. But yeah, so there's been a lot of news going on, especially on Detroit sports, Michigan sports, Lions news. We'll get into that later because that's going to be the longer segment of today's episode. Quick, upkeep. Red Wings dropped another game the other night. Just looks like they're not where they were beginning of the season.
They've dropped out of the contention for the wild card. So
it's crazy. They're just doing basically what the Tigers did. Start off really good. All-Star break happens, fall off the face of the earth completely. Which is not good. That's obviously not good. But at the end of the day, I don't really care too much about hockey. Hockey's more his thing, so I'm not too upset about it. But
I care about hockey because I think it's great. Because, at least Michigan hockey, man, we're number 1 in the country, so we're heading into playoffs coming up.
That's true. Speaking of college sports, March Madness, Michigan with a big win over St. Louis. First, they started with a big win over Howard, then a big win over St. Louis. This week, reminiscent of the college football playoff in 2023, it's number 1 Michigan, number 4 Alabama. We all remember what happened last time. It was number 1 Michigan.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a bit nervous about this game. I mean,
I'm not.
Alabama shoots the 3 like any better than any team in the country.
I'm not saying Alabama's going to be an easy win.
What Wisconsin did when they came into Ann Arbor and we didn't protect the 3-point line.
Wisconsin had to have the greatest shooting night of all time to beat us.
Alabama's been doing it this first 2 rounds.
I correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Wisconsin physically had to shoot like, what was it, 1,000% from the. Let me go check. I'll check this actually. Right now, I'll put this to bed right here.
Michigan's weakness is they don't protect the 3-point line. They let those guys shoot.
It took Wisconsin shooting literally 45% from the 3-point line. That's not going to happen again. No team is going to shoot 45% from the free throw line.
Well, never say
or
never.
From the 3-pointer line again on us. It took them scoring 91 points to beat us.
Alabama's bread and butter, man, and that's what they do. So
I think defensively we shut them down.
Michigan needs to lock it down on defense.
Give me Michigan wins 74 to 68. Give me a closer game, but give me Michigan coming out on top. Some late game free throws.
Well, I mean, we can't. Michigan women's basketball, Sweet 16.
It's going to be good. Yes.
They got Louisville on Saturday, so
they're going to win. We're going to win.
Yeah, they're looking good.
Tomorrow, let's talk about our predictions, just because tomorrow is, tomorrow is going to be the day the games happen for the first 4 games of the Sweet 16. number 11 Texas, number 2 Purdue. Who you got?
I honestly, I think Texas can take them.
I got Purdue. Texas, they've been a fun story, but I think Purdue is battle tested, and most of their guys have been there before. Their leader has been there.
I think Purdue, like I mean, they were predicted number 1 preseason, and they just
and they that for a reason. They've lost 8 games, but they beat us in the championship, in the Big Ten championship. I think Purdue can hang with good teams. I think Texas, I hate to say it, Texas had 2 very fraudulent teams that they played. I don't think BYU was as good as that people put them out to be. BYU was AJ Dibasania, I can't pronounce the last name, sorry for butchering it, puts up 50 points or we lose. And he put up 35 and he still lost. Gonzaga. Michigan beat Gonzaga earlier in the season by 40.
Yeah.
Put up 100 on them. Gonzaga wasn't that good. Gonzaga wasn't a 3 seed.
No,
BYU wasn't a 6 seed. They've played 2 Charmin soft games, and Purdue has actually had to play teams. Purdue had to play, obviously they played Queens in the first round. That's a 15 seed, not that good, but they beat the brakes off them. You did what you're supposed to do. They beat Miami by 10, so a double-digit win against a number 7 team. And let me remind you, the game before that, they beat Michigan by 8. So I'm saying Purdue, like, everyone likes to pick upsets, but you got to know. Hey, I'll tell you guys this. I got the first 10 games of the bracket right. I picked Texas over BYU. I picked High Point over Wisconsin. I'm not talking out my behind here. I know what I'm talking about. I know I'm a football guy, but I know how March Madness works. And Purdue's going to win this game by 5 or more. Purdue's favored by 7.5. I think they win by 5. Iowa, Nebraska, it's not much when you see a 4-9 game be a coin flip like this. It is not often. It's not often. I'm not going to go the upset here. I think Nebraska's the better basketball team. And the better basketball team, as you get further down the line.
They've been playing good basketball.
As you get closer to the championship. Everyone, upsets in rounds 1 and 2 are where you're going to pick them. Because in my opinion, with NIL and the landscape of college sports, we're not going to get too many Cinderella stories anymore. We're not going to get them. They're going to be a rarity, not a once-a-year kind of deal. Yeah. The better team is going to win. Nebraska's ranked higher in KenPom, in efficiency, offensively, defensively. They play at a higher pace than Iowa does. I don't think Iowa can keep up. Iowa had a great win last week against Florida. So if we're talking about previous weeks, who you beat. They beat Florida, great. But they aren't the better team. You play that game, like it's the saying in sports, you play that game 10 times, Florida wins the other 9. But they played the one where Iowa got a great shot at the end.
Yeah.
Nebraska's the better team. I think Nebraska wins it in a very close game. Arizona, Arkansas. This one's scary.
Yeah,
this one's scary.
It gets his team prepared.
This one's scary.
Arkansas, Arizona better be ready because Arkansas can win that game.
I'll give you this much. Like I just said, the better team is who you pick in these rounds. So I'm gonna pick Arizona. But I wouldn't be surprised if Arkansas won this game. Arkansas plays at a high pace. They shoot the 3-ball. Acuff is an insanely talented playmaker. But I also know Arizona is one of the most complete teams in college basketball right now. They wouldn't be 32-2 in the Big 12, in a great big conference like the Big 12 is, without that. So I'll give you that much that I think Arkansas, you have a shot. 100% Arkansas has a shot. But I'm going with my gut here. I'm going Arizona. Illinois is a great team. Houston's a better team. I think Houston might be one of the deepest teams in this entire bracket, or in the entire bracket. So I think Houston beats Illinois. I think the first 4 games, I don't think we get an upset. I don't think we get an upset the first 4. Thursday, okay. I think tomorrow, I think they're going to be great games, but in terms of excitement of upsets, tomorrow's going to be a boring day, guys. We get to Friday. Number 5, St. John's versus number 1, Duke. Just give me Duke.
I just can't see St. John's pulling it out.
They had a great game last week. Yeah. But give me Duke. We talked about Michigan, Alabama. Give me Michigan. I already gave my reasoning earlier. Michigan State, UConn.
I think State can take them.
This is where it gets tricky. I think Michigan State is going to take this game.
Yeah, I do too.
You say, I said this right before, you pick the best team. I think Michigan State's a better team.
Michigan State's playing good basketball right now.
I think Michigan State can get hot, and I think if you just look at it, State, in one of the more forgettable games last week, played Louisville and they beat them by 8. They beat North Dakota State the week before by a bunch. Obviously, they got upset by UCLA, but that's a one-off game, which is funny to say because UConn just beat the brakes off UCLA last week in the thing. But also, if you look at it, only beating, I'm saying this, and this isn't bad. Maybe they let off the pedal, but UConn only beating Furman, the 15 seed in the round 1, by 11? That's not what 2 seeds do to 15 seeds. You do not only beat a team, and it's weird to say only beat a team by 11 in basketball, but you do not only beat a team by 11 when there's that much of a gap talent-wise. You don't let a team like UCLA hang around, which is, I get this all looks hypocritical because Michigan State let Louisville hang around, but I think Louisville's a better team than UCLA
I think
is.
Louisville's better coached than UCLA.
Yeah. And Tennessee, Iowa State.
I think
Tennessee could get hot.
I think Iowa State's going to take that one.
Tennessee could get hot though. That's the thing.
They could, but I don't.
I think Tennessee. I think Iowa State has dominated both teams they faced, but I don't know what it is. I think Tennessee's going to get hot, and I think Tennessee's going to win. I think Tennessee advances to the Elite Eight, which is crazy to say, but hey, you don't get paid to have the calm takes. You don't get paid. I look like an idiot sometimes on this show. I feel like sometimes I look like an utter idiot, but also other times I'm always right. So take our takes with a grain of salt there, but. That's our Sweet 16 predictions. We both gave our opinions on what we think will happen. And yeah, but honestly...
They should be a good slate of games. We'll see how it goes,
Yeah, no, 100%. I think...
you said, this is a fun time of year, especially college basketball.
And then we can even jump ahead if you would care to. It's not set in stone. We can even do a real quick, because, maybe we don't have a lot else to talk about besides Lion stuff. Were we going to get into Lion stuff next? Because I think we could fit in a segment about if NBA playoffs started today, what we think.
Yeah. No, I mean, because, the Pistons were the only team this week out of the East to clinch a playoff spot.
And I believe the Thunder and the Spurs have both clinched.
That's without Cunningham.
Yep.
All
right.
I mean, I went back and looked at Coach Bickerstaff's recent comments. He says we have to play to our own identity every single night.
Mm-hmm.
And the comment I wrote down is, can their bench carry the team?
I mean, Dennis Jenkins the other night against the Red Hot Lakers put up 30.
Yeah.
Jalen Duren put up 20 and 11. Jalen Duren he's unlike any other. Jalen Duren's an all-star. He's unlike any other. He is shooting 64% from the field as a full-time starter. Yes, he's a big man. Yes, most of his shots are in the paint. But do you know how hard that is to make 64% of your shots? He's 17th in the league in percentage. Let me look down. Gobert, DeAndre Ayton. Probably.
I mean, we got Tobias Harris. We got
I believe out of the players ahead of him on free throw percent or on field goal percentage, Jalen Duren, his efficiency. I think of players ahead of him, 3 of them are full-time starters like he is. It's not a lot of full-time starters that are as efficient at the rack, at the bucket as he is. Yeah, so I think, in my opinion,
the one thing I respect about him is he's not just about him. He's about the team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got time underneath that basket where he could, or driving to the basket and, he could probably pound it down and dunk it, but he sees somebody open and he'll dish it to get that 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a player that's seen the whole game.
100%.
You know?
And we won't go into like second round, third round, fourth round like champion right now, because obviously we're very biased. We're gonna pick the Pistons. Let's be real here, guys. We're gonna pick the Pistons to win the whole thing. I said on our first podcast when the Pistons were red hot, I think it's gonna be Pistons Lakers, and everyone no one said this. Everyone said I was crazy because the Lakers had a bad stretch. Lakers are red hot. Lakers are red hot. Luka Doncic is red hot. LeBron James at 48 and 4. LeBron James
before they came to Detroit.
LeBron James, who was playing basketball in the Mesozoic era with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, is still hooping. He's still throwing down dunks. Lakers got it. Lakers in 5. Okay, we'll go to the West here first. We're gonna go to the play-in, and because we gotta have realism here. Let's go to the play-in. The 7-8 game. The winner of this game gets the 7 seed. So that's how the playoffs, I don't know if you know how the play-in works. 7-8 play. The winner of that game goes on to be the 7 seed. You play the 2 seed. 9 and 10 play. Loser of the 9 and 10 games out. Winner of the 9-10 game plays the loser of the 7-8 game. The winner of that game gets the 8 seed. So if you're in the 7-8 game, you get 2 chances. If you're in the 9-10 game, you got to win twice.
If you're in the loser bracket of the 7-8 game, you get a second shot.
You get a second shot to play for the 8 seed. And if you lose both of those shots, you suck, is what I'm saying. So we'll start with the 7-8 game. Suns, Clippers. I think the Clippers could take that one. The Suns have been playing good ball, but Kawhi Leonard, they're 36 and 36 right now. They've won 2 straight. The Clippers, Kawhi Leonard has something to prove since the James Harden trade. Darius Garland has something to prove after getting traded from the Cavaliers. This is a team that has something to prove, and I think that is scarier than a team that has nothing to lose. Because if you're a team that's nothing to lose, you're not in the playoffs anymore. You're not in the playoffs. What are we confused about? You're not in the playoffs. This team has something to prove, and it's full of guys that do. I think they can get it done in a 1-game sample size, not a 7-game series. Suns beat them in a 7-game series. And by the way, this game for the winner is who's going to go get whooped by San Antonio. The loser is who's going to go have a shot to get whooped by OKC. Like, this is like you're getting sent to hell and double hell here if you win or if you lose. The play-in teams are going to get slaughtered. Okay, we've never seen a 1 and 2 seed.
Wait, time out. You're telling me what your initial prediction was the Lakers. You think the Lakers can get past San Antonio or OKC?
If Luka Doncic plays, if they play like they've been playing, yes. Yes.
Really?
If they play like they've been playing, yes.
In a 7-game series?
In a 7-game series that weeds out all sample size. That is, hey, my 5 against your 5.
So you're saying in the Western Conference Finals will not be OKC and San Antonio?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think San Antonio's inexperience catches up to them.
Huh.
Their lack of playoff experience is worrying. And I think, okay, a lot of people have said this, that they think the Spurs are going to be the first team to break that mold of, oh, you need to have been there before to make it. You know, OKC had to lose in the playoffs before they went. There's so many teams. Boston had to lose in the finals in 2022 before they won in 2024. You know, teams have to lose before they win. The Nuggets had so many years of losing before they won.
Yeah.
But I think when it's all said and done, in a 7-game series, a Luka Doncic-led Lakers team with LeBron James and Austin Reeves and DeAndre Ayton, who's been playing better.
I gotta say, Austin Reeves, when I watched that Pistons game the other night, he's impressive.
Oh, he's gonna. If he doesn't stay with the Lakers, he is going to get paid to be a number 1 option somewhere.
Yeah.
I think he averages this is me pulling a number out of my behind, but he averages it feels like he averages 35 points when Luka and LeBron are out. I remember beginning of the season, LeBron was out with the sciatica or whatever he had in his leg, and Luka was out with a hamstring thing from last season. And Reeves started the season dropping 40 bombs back to back. So he can be a number 1 option. I think he might leave LA because they're not going to be able to afford him. He's going to get a supermax. So yeah, we'll go Clippers beat the Suns. The Clippers will go get annihilated by the Spurs. The Suns drop out to play the winner of Warriors-Blazers. Warriors, this is all basically set in stone, by the way. The Grizzlies are like one loss away. The Pelicans are the next seed, the 11th seed, and they're eliminated. So because there's less than 10 games left. So the Warriors could lose out, have 34 wins, and still be in the play-in. The Western Conference is not. It kind of it goes like Thunder are really good, the Spurs are really good, and then like you get to like the Rockets at the 6, and then everything below that is just garbage. The 6 playoff teams are really good. We're gonna have a really good Western playoff. Just garbage the rest
of the way. Of the Western is like, so you got the Spurs, and then the Thunder and the Spurs, and then like the next team is like 13 games back. It's like the West
10 games back. Lakers are 10 games back from first
the West
from number
is
1.
Not as solid as it used to be.
In the East, and I'm honestly gonna be real. The East is the same way. So many teams. This year is definitely the year of top heavy, very top heavy conferences. I think that's due to because if you look at it, Pelicans, Mavericks, Jazz, Kings, Nets, Wizards, Pacers. That's almost 10 teams that I named that are all visibly tanking. Visibly tanking. They're going to address the tanking issue, but also being a bad team and getting picks and hitting on your picks is how we have both 1 seeds right now. It's how we have the Pistons.
Guarantee you a top.
But it's how we have the Pistons. It's how we have the Thunder. It's how we have the Spurs. Those teams had to be bad on purpose or not. The Pistons were trotting out Derrick Rose, not prime Derrick Rose, like old Derrick Rose with the dreads, just a couple of years back. They were trotting him out as the point guard of our team. They were trotting out 90-year-old. They got rid of Andre Drummond and brought in 87-year-old Blake Griffin. Like, it's like you have to be bad to be good, unless you're a top market team like the Lakers. The Lakers are a top market team. Thunder aren't. The Thunder weren't for a while. So I'm getting off topic here. Blazers, Warriors. I'll go Blazers. They're the 9 seed. They're healthier. The Warriors just aren't healthy. The Warriors have just, since Jimmy Butler went down, and then we prayers up for Moses Moody, the Warriors player who just shattered his knee the other night.
Without Curry, they're not.
Yeah, he just shattered his knee. I think they should shut down Curry for the year. They're actually currently playing the Nets, and they're actually losing right now.
And he's not. You can't predict what he's going to do by night.
Yeah, because tonight, Curry out knee, Jimmy Butler out knee, Moses Moody out knee, Quentin Post out foot, Al Horford out calf, like Seth Curry out abductor. Has Seth Curry played all year? I have no clue. But like Draymond's giving you 8, 5, and 3. He's not what he used to be. Like, give me the Blazers off the pure fact that they aren't the Warriors. That's the only Blazers. Don't get your hopes up. You're losing to the Suns. The Suns are going to be the 8 seed. So in my Western Conference, it's going to go literally how it is, except the Clippers and Suns flip. So it's going to be Thunder versus Suns, Spurs versus Clippers, Lakers versus Rockets, and Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Let's start from top down.
You're telling me the Sacramento Kings don't have a chance?
Not in what world are you living in? Not in this world, not in the next, not if they had like, I don't know, like LeBron playing for. I think LeBron couldn't even, like prime LeBron couldn't even save these Kings. Maybe he could actually. He was really good. Thunder and Suns. The Thunder sweep that series. Just are we in agreement there?
Yeah.
The Thunder sweep that series. Yeah. Spurs Clippers. I think the Clippers get 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Clippers probably get 1.
Clippers get 1 at home. Yeah. Kawhi has like and Crystal Ball Joski here. Kawhi gets a 40 bomb and they win 1 game to avoid the sweep. Spurs start off 3-0. Kawhi drops a 40 bomb at home in LA in one of his final games, or he's got a lot left in the tank, but maybe his final game in the Clippers arena. Then they go back to San Antonio, get smacked. Spurs are out of there in 5 games. Gentleman's sweep. Here's where it gets interesting. Lakers Rockets. I watched Luka Doncic drop 60 points the other week. In a game, I watched a game where Luka dropped 30 and LeBron dropped 30. LeBron dropped 30, missing 1 shot all night. He's 40 years old. He's older than 40, by the way. It used to be an exaggeratory thing. When I call players old. LeBron's so old, I round down when exaggerating. I'll be like, yeah, that guy's like 40. Oh, Blake Griffin, he was like 40. He was like 35. No, LeBron's like 42, I think. Like 43. Like, I saw a stat the other day. I think LeBron has played an opponent that was born in like the 70s. And he's also, or like 80s or something like that. And he's also played an opponent born in 2005. Or now 2007. Cooper Flagg was born like the year I was born.
Yeah.
That's insane. I saw someone say this, like, LeBron is the only player who will ever say that he played someone who played in the 90s and also someone that played in 2040.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers beat the Rockets in 6
I do too.
games.
I mean, the Rockets lately just have not, even with KD, scoring 45. I mean, he just...
Yeah, the other night, the Rockets had a game against, I think was it the Bulls? Yeah, it was the Bulls where Sengun dropped a 33-point triple-double. Durant dropped 40. Asar Thompson's brother, dropped 23, and they still lost. Night before that, KD dropped 27, Sengun dropped 19, Thompson dropped 24, Reed Shepherd dropped 20. Shout out Reed Shepherd, he dropped 23 and 14 assists. Shout out Amen Thompson, he had 18 rebounds, and they won by 1 point. So I'll give you this much. They played the Lakers recently, back-to-back, March 16th and March 18th. Lakers won by 8 and then won by 8. They won by 8 both times. And that game I was talking about where Luka dropped 40, a 40-point triple-double, and LeBron dropped 30 on insane efficiency was that game. And they're doing that in a 7-game series? Yes. They are going 6 games. Give me them in 6 games. And now, and I get maybe this is weird, or not weird, but this may be lazy to go, oh, okay. Because obviously there's more nuance than this. But guys, this isn't our exact prediction. Obviously the series could go sweep either way. But I'm saying I think the Spurs sweep, or I think the Lakers, or Thunder sweep. I think the Spurs win 4-1. I think the Lakers win 4-2. And it just so turns out, I think that the Timberwolves will beat the Nuggets in 7 games. I think the Timberwolves will beat the Nuggets in 10.
So that first round with the Timberwolves and the Nuggets will go 7 games? I thought it was a 5-game series.
No. First series goes 7 games. 5 games was like in the 90s. They changed that. Okay. So I think.
Yeah, I just don't.
Why didn't you? If you thought that, why didn't you question me when I said 6 games? Why did you question me when I said 6 games?
I just don't see the Nuggets having enough firepower to take out Ant-Man in the.
Which is crazy to say. By the way, I'll say this: that's crazy to say because they have Nikola Jokic, and they have Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Like, you have Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Tim Hardaway Jr. Aaron Gordon is still nursing that hamstring. We don't know if he'll ever. I feel like Aaron Gordon's had a hamstring injury for like 3 years straight. Like,
true.
I think the Timberwolves are a better team. And Anthony Edwards is obviously out right now with a knee injury.
He'll be back.
He'll be back for the playoffs. And I just think Julius Randle can give you 30 and 10. Rudy Gobert is going to give you a double-double. Rudy Gobert is a defensive player of the year. You need a defensive player of the year big man if you want to take down Nikola Jokic. Rudy Gobert can stop Nikola
player, dude. Especially playoff time.
Dante DiVincenzo, Naz Reid, like, they have guys.
Yeah.
And you have Anthony Edwards, who has been a very clutch player this year, who has been very good in clutch moments, good against good teams. So I think that's our only upset of the first round in the West is the 5 over the 4. Obviously, it could change, but the 5 over the 4. If the playoffs started today, which this is almost set in stone unless a few games go other ways, that's who we have. I have the Thunder moving on in 4, the Spurs moving on in 5, and it's weird it's in this order. The Lakers moving on in 6. The Lakers could obviously also move on in 5, by the way. I think the Rockets, there's kind of a gap there. But for the sake of it, we'll go 6. And then I think the Wolves beat the Nuggets in 7. So it's going to be all in a row. 4, 5, 6, 7. So Do you agree with our East or our Western predictions right now?
Yeah, no,
Okay, I'm
I
just
agree
making
with
sure.
those.
I'm making sure. You're looking at me. You're looking at me. I'm making sure we agree
Yeah,
here.
no, I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
the way that West is set up, I think
Yeah.
the Lakers can move on. I think Timberwolves
Hmm.
will move on.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's see this here.
the first round of the West will be interesting.
Oh, 100%. And then after that, it would probably, I would assume, I don't know how bracketing works. It would actually, I think it would probably be Thunder. I don't know. It would probably be Thunder Lakers or Thunder. It might be Spurs Lakers, and then it might be Thunder Wolves. And just so we don't get too far ahead of ourselves, I'd probably do Thunder in 6, and I'd probably say Lakers in 7 in those two series. And then I'd probably say Lakers in 7 again against the Thunder.
Well, we'll see how you work it out.
In a hard fought 7. In a hard
We'll see
fought
how
7.
that works out.
All right, let's go here. This is the East. The East is just as kind of boring in my opinion. All right, we have number 7, the 76ers versus the Heat at number 8. Oh, that's hard. That is a hard choice.
My gut says Heat
I think so. Cause
in 6. The Heat in 6.
well, no, that's not a series yet. That's the play-in. They're not good.
Oh, that's right.
They're not
Yeah,
good
yeah,
teams. They're not good teams yet.
So it's just one night.
Yeah, I think. Oh, damn.
I think if it's a 1-game series, I think the Heat can take it.
I think the Heat can take it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no, I don't know.
No.
It depends. Okay, here's my stipulation. Tyrese Maxey might be done for the year. So if Tyrese Maxey on the 76ers is done for the year, I'm good to go Heat. So, and then Embiid is notoriously, I don't think he performs in the playoffs very well. And they just have a bunch of young guys. You know, it'd be nice. They have a point guard. It'd be really nice if the Sixers had a really nice backup point guard. But unfortunately, they traded him to the Thunder for some reason. They traded Jared McCain to the Thunder. So we have the Heat being the 7 seed. The Heat get to go play the Celtics. Interesting series. That's always an interesting series.
That's always an interesting series.
Hornets Magic. I think the Hornets have just been on another
Hornets
world.
Are just tearing it up, dude.
I think if you get a good series from LaMelo Ball, you get a good series from LaMelo, you get a good series from Concanepo, Brandon Miller has a good series. I see them beating the Magic. If Maxey still isn't back, I could see the Hornets sneaking in and beating the Sixers and sneaking into the 8 seed. I could see the Hornets sneaking in at the 8 seed. Yeah. So I think we'll just do that. For the sake of drama, we'll do that. Do I want to play one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now? No, I don't want the Pistons to play them. But I'll also give you this. If looking at 7 through 10, the Sixers, the Heat, the Hornets, and the Magic, the Heat and the Hornets are both kind of hot right now. Obviously, my camera just died. Oh no. All right. What were we talking about? Yeah. So I think we could easily afford to keep Cade Cunningham on the sidelines if we face any of those teams in the plan. Hornets.
All right, well, let's talk about the hypotheticals. He comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's the second round. But, how far can a 80% Cade carry this team? I mean, granted, our bench, this team was built for toughness and durability. They should have won tonight, but it just
sometimes that's how it works. Yeah,
it happens. I mean, they beat the Lakers the other night. I mean, if Luka would have hit that last second shot,
that would have been a different ball game. Different ball game, but also that's an if. You don't win games off ifs. So
right.
I'll say I'll give the Hornets it. So the Hornets will be the 1 seed against the 8 seed against the Pistons. Pistons, okay. Cade Cunningham comes back. He's 80%. Pistons in 5. Pistons in 6 or even 7 if Cunningham does not play. We'll go 6. Okay. We'll go 6. If Cunningham does not play, Pistons in 6. Celtics, Heat.
But, the exciting piece is if Cade comes back and they limit his minutes, we got people on the bench that can
be just fine. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I still think it'll be a pretty hard-fought game. A
He
hard-fought
might
series.
not be putting up 25 points a game, but
Yeah.
because he's not going to get the minutes. But
100%.
His presence changes the dynamics.
More than anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll give you that. Celtics Heat.
We talked about that a minute ago. It's just
Celtics in 6.
That's a tough series. I mean, they
Celtics
play each other so tough.
I think Celtics in 6. I think.
Well, I'm not going to say the Celtics aren't going to take it, but because the Heat.
But I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be more of a. It's less of a gimme than the 1-2 playoff series in the other bracket.
Yeah.
That's not saying the Celtics and the Pistons are worse than the Thunder and Spurs. The numbers will tell you they are, but I don't think that is true. I think there's just more red hot teams. All the teams that are in the play-in right now in the East are on this trajectory. All the teams in the play-in in the West are kind of on this trajectory. They're kind of going down. Yeah. They're getting hurt. They're benching guys. They don't care.
The East is not is much better the lower seeds than the West.
Yeah. I think the West has better higher seeds.
Which
the
is
East
funny
has better lower seeds.
The West for years has had the better teams.
I'm saying this. I think the West has better teams. I think the top 3 in the West would smoke the top 3 in the East, but the bottom half is where the East is better. The East is deeper. Right. Just because the East has teams that can get hot and win you games. The West doesn't. The West is almost... The Thunder and the Spurs shouldn't overlook these teams, but they should be annoyed they got to play 4 games against these teams. Because, damn, I really got to play 4 games against the freaking Blazers? I got to play 4 games against these guys? No. I don't want to do that. I'm ready. Get me ready for LA. Get my flight to Minnesota. Get that ready.
Who's the middle of the pack in the East?
This is my next 2 picks come down to experience. Knicks over Hawks in 5. The Hawks are young. The Hawks don't have that experience. The Hawks don't have Trae Young. The Hawks did beat the Pistons tonight. They had played a good game.
The Hawks, man, they're I don't know. I think the Hawks could take New York.
No.
The way McCollum's playing,
he's
not. He's a true veteran, dude.
Yeah, yes, I know, but a 30 late 30s point guard isn't going to carry a team full of young players. He can
still make the shots. He made them tonight.
You're looking at one game. Game.
No, I've seen the last week of what the Hawks have been doing, and they're playing good basketball.
Cut it. It's not happening. The Knicks are going to win that series in 5 games. The Knicks are battle-tested. They're the better team, and they somehow find a way to turn it on come playoff time. They're going to win this first-round matchup. 1,000% they're going to win the first-round matchup.
All right, we'll see.
Cavs-Raptors comes down to the same thing. Give me the Cavs in 6. Purely off experience. James Harden, horrible in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Horrible in the playoffs. But
I don't see the Raptors.
I don't see that. The Raptors, in my opinion, are one of the quietest 5 seeds in history. I didn't realize they were good all year. I look at the standings when looking where the Pistons were, and the Raptors were just always up there. They got Scotty Barnes. They got Jakub Podol. They have a good team. I think the Cavs win it purely based off playoff experience. The Cavs have had playoff experience of losing, but playoff experience is playoff experience, nonetheless. So I really have to give it to the Cavs there. 100% got to give it to the Cavs.
Okay.
So that would put us at Pistons over Hornets. That just gives us that gives us the boring scenario in the East where the top 4 seeds win it. But then that would probably be Pistons. I don't know if they do the reseeding. I don't know how it works. It would probably be Pistons over Cavs.
It's the top seed versus the lowest seed.
It'd probably be Pistons Cavs and Celtics Knicks. In that case, I'm taking the Celtics over the Knicks, and I'm taking the Pistons over the Cavs, and I'm taking the Pistons over the Celtics.
Yeah.
But also, I could see the Celtics over the Pistons.
That's what all the so-called professional picks are making.
Yeah, no, I could see that. That, yep. But yeah, so...
Because NBA playoff basketball...
It's unpredictable. It's unpredictable.
It's a different mantra.
It's a different animal. Yeah. Pistons are 1 seed, but we could get stomped.
Yeah.
You never know. All right. Lions?
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about Lions free agency. You
And
you have not been a huge fan of the picks of what they've done. So
I haven't been a fan of what they haven't done, but I also know that Brad Holmes came out and recently said that we're financially limited.
yeah, I've got that written right down here. We're financially situated. We signed multiplayers to a 1 year deal just because of the financial situation.
I have one question for Brad Holmes when he says that. Whose fault is that? We're financially capped. I gave a Lee McNeil $70 million. I gave Kirby Joseph $100 million, and he hasn't played for us in the last year and a half. What did you think was gonna happen?
I don't think he predicted that Kirby Joseph.
Did you? Yeah, I get that. But did you think we were running a baseball team where there's no salary cap? Like, he puts us in a situation we have to hit on every draft pick, and last year we did not. Christian Mahogany did horrible. We barely used Tesla. We gave up 2 third-rounders for a receiver that, yes, he's a good story. He's a highlight reel. What does he do for our offense right now? Nothing. I love Isaac Tesla. He does nothing for our offense that we couldn't already get from some random 5th-rounder. I don't think anyone was taking Isaac Tesla when we took him. No one was taking him when we took him, by the way. I don't think anyone had them on their boards. That was one of the biggest things I actually heard coming out of the draft was no one above us picking had him on the radar.
Tesla on their board. Yeah.
So we traded up for no reason.
Yeah, but he had a pretty decent season. You know, he made some clutch catches.
He made clutch catches. I would rather have a 3rd-round pick this year. We don't have a 3rd-round pick this year. I don't know if you know that, Dad.
No.
We don't have a 3rd-round pick because we gave it up to get Isaac Tesla.
Okay.
What would you rather have, Isaac Tesla or a 3rd-round pick this year? I'd rather have a 3rd-round pick, be able to address the issues we have.
I don't know.
We have 100 receivers.
Yeah, but you don't know what the new OC has in plan for these guys.
Yeah, but then we went on and grabbed Greg Dortch. We went on and grabbed another. If it's one thing we really needed, there's one thing the Lions really needed, and it was another receiver. I love Greg Dortch, fantasy legend. He won me a week last year in my fantasy league. I picked him up. He did great. I get it. I get why you brought him in. You gotta have a guy that Petzig knows and can be a gadget guy, be the Khalif Raymond replacement. We drafted the Khalif Raymond replacement last year. His name's Dominic Lovett. We never used him. We drafted Dominic Lovett just to not use him. Okay, Brad Holmes, my checklist.
All right, so I'm going to read you some names.
And I'll tell you if I like it or not. I'll rate it out of 5. Well, actually, we'll go out of 10.
Okay. So, D-line, Peyton Turner from Dallas did not play in the 25-26 season because of a rib injury.
5 out of 10. We don't know what we're going to get from him. He probably is just a depth piece. He's probably a depth piece.
All right. D-line, Miles Adams re-signed.
I don't think he saw the field last year. So
you just mentioned Greg Dortch, receiver from Arizona.
Yep.
But he's also a kick returner, punt returner.
6 out of 10. He's a guy that Petzig knows. So,
linebacker Damon Clark from Houston. Played 8 games with Dallas, 8 games with Houston.
Maybe he's good. I don't know much about him.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, what road Houston? What side of the ball rode Houston all year long?
I'll give you that. I'll give you defense. Yeah. We'll see.
No. Okay.
We'll see.
Edge, DJ Wonham from the Carolina.
8 out of 10. We needed edge help, and I think he's going to help a lot. Just having a body there is going to help.
All right, cornerback, Rock Yassin, we re-signed.
9 out of 10, baby. Rock Yassin was good for us last year.
Cornerback, Roger McCreary from the Rams. Played with the Titans and Rams last year.
9 out of 10. We need corner help. He could be not good, but as a signing, it's addressing a need. So we'll go 8 out of 10.
Linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez re-signed.
10 out of 10. I love Malcolm. He needs to step into that Anzalone role.
All right, tight end Tyler Conklin from the Chargers.
8 out of 10. We need another pass catching tight end. Brock Wright's a great run blocking tight end. Not as good as a pass catcher.
Linebacker Trevor Nowaski re-signed.
I like Trevor. Good depth piece. He's been good for us. He knows the system. 8 out of 10.
Defensive back Christian Eisen from Tampa Bay.
9 out of 10. Addressed an issue. We addressed an issue. Addressing issues gets you good grades. Brad Holmes.
Running back Isaiah Pacheco from Kansas City.
8 out of 10. I like the pick. I like his energy. I don't think he's going to be as good as Montgomery, but he's someone to throw in there. He's a good running back to throw in there. Young too, cheap to throw in there when
What
we
I
need
like
to give
about
Gibbs
him,
a break.
he's a native Detroiter, baby.
That too.
So, wide receiver Tom Kennedy re-signed.
He had a great game last year when Monroe St. Brown went down. Not a bad 10 out of 10. I love Tom Kennedy.
This one was one of your favorites this year. O-line Cade Mays from Panthers. You picked that one.
11 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
So here's some stats.
Love
from
me some
last year,
Cade
Craig.
Mays.
Here's some stats. This is for you. 0 sacks allowed. 2 penalties.
Cade. Wait, Cade.
All season long.
Wait, Cade Mays. Another Cade in Detroit.
And he's a freaking center, right?
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great signing.
O-line tackle Larry I can't even read my own writing.
Borum. Depth
from Miami.
piece. 6 out of 10. Depth piece.
Okay.
I don't think he'll see the field.
And then I
Ben Batch. What's his
I
name?
didn't write his name down. He played with San Francisco last year.
Depth piece. I don't know if they're going to see the field. Unless they both. I didn't do much research into either of them. I don't know if they play interior. It says offensive tackle when he signed him.
Larry Borum, they said that he plays tackle.
So
and I think
the
guy you just mentioned was interior line.
Okay, so that guy will probably start. We need interior offensive line help. Hopefully that guy will start if he can win, his job in OTAs or in camp.
But I didn't read where.
I don't want to go out and sign a
Borum,
tackle.
What side Borum played on?
Yeah, but also Sewell's our right tackle.
Sewell on the right, or do you move him over to left to protect the blind side?
Sewell's played right tackle his whole career. I don't know if you can move a guy like that and ask him to do that job. There are, where we're drafting in the first round, there are good tackles. Brad Holmes, go out and get a tackle. There are 4 really good tackles in this first round. Really good tackles in this first round.
Who are they?
Spencer Fano from Utah. Francis I don't know his last. I can't pronounce his last name. From Miami. My personal favorite. He's more of a project guy, but he'll probably be there when we draft. Caden Proctor from Alabama. Big guy, big body, played left tackle. And then an interior offensive line, Giane. I don't know how. I can't pronounce his last name either. He's an interior offensive lineman from Penn State. One of those 4 guys. If you did all this, the signing of the tight ends and the receivers and all that, not going out and getting like a real nice tackle. If you did all that.
Yeah. Well, because I agree with you. I mean, if we're looking at the draft to help the O-line, I mean, you've kind of really buttoned up your defensive line. We've got receivers. We've got running backs. We don't need anybody for those skill positions. We need O-line help. So you're right. He needs to go after.
Go O-line first 2 rounds. Offensive line the first 2 rounds. Go. Don't have a 3rd round pick because we don't.
we know.
4th round pick. Go defense. Defense the rest of the way. First 2 rounds offensive line. 4 through 7 defense until we hit on a pick. Linebackers, edges, corners, safeties. Until we can hit on a pick. Do that. We still haven't. Let me look this up. You can talk real quick. I need to look up. All right, maybe the Nuggets might beat the Nuggets might beat the Wolves. Jamal Murray has dropped 53 points tonight against the Mavs, and Jamal Murray of the Nuggets dropped 53 points tonight.
53.
And Jokic has 23 points, 20 rebounds, and is 1 assist away from 20 assists.
Wow.
And the Wolves are actually currently losing in overtime against the Rockets. But I'm not going to go off a 1-game sample size. You can keep talking. Yeah. I'm trying to look up if Ife Melifonwu, the safety I want, is still available. Is he still a free agent?
All right. While you're doing that, I wanted to briefly touch on Michigan State football, because the spring games are coming up.
He is still a free agent. Sorry to interrupt. He is still a free agent. So go out and get him. We know the guy.
So we all know Kyle Whittingham, the new head coach of Michigan Wolverines.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping the name. I can't think of the guy's name.
For the Michigan State? I don't know his name.
Yeah, the new head coach for Michigan State was the former head coach of Northwestern.
Michigan State new head coach. You guys didn't see that.
Anyways.
Nope. Okay, Tom Izzo, I guess. I didn't specify football. Michigan State football new head coach. I didn't specify football. That's my bad. Pat Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Fitzgerald. Okay, the Irish guy. Okay. As much as I am a Michigan guy, I am excited about Michigan State. I think he's going to turn that program around.
He's got a shot
and make him competitive and make our in-state game, fun to watch.
Hopefully, I hope so. I really do hope so. It'd be nice to watch that and have fun.
He's got some coaches coming in with him. See how he can use his NIL to bring some kids to state. But I think it's going to be a good thing for Michigan State.
Hopefully. I really do hope so. They deserve it. They deserve something nice for once, football-wise. Especially because if they play us in basketball, we're going to whoop them. So, well, I think if they beat UConn, they have to play, like, Arizona.
Duke.
Or they have to play Duke, yeah.
No, Arizona's on our side.
Yeah, so. They gotta play Duke if they win against UConn, so Lord help them. Not even Michigan could beat Duke this year already.
One game.
Second time's the charm, baby.
Won the game.
I said second time's the charm. I said we can get him second time.
So that's what I've got.
Yeah.
What episode are we on? 13, isn't it?
Long, lot of episodes. I still can't figure out my camera situation. That's my bad. Guys.
Hey.
If you guys are wondering why there's so many cuts, because we talked, but I'm going to cut it out. You wonder why there's so many cuts this episode? My camera died. My first camera died, so we went into the second camera, and then the second camera has this weird thing that I didn't fix, where it'll just turn off if not touched for a while. So, hey, that's the life of a self-funded podcast. Sometimes that's your equipment doesn't work.
Where you at, ESPN?
ESPN, get me a camera that has infinite battery life. Okay, just so we're clear, the reason why that other camera dies is because this camera, when I used to use this one, I have it plugged in. It's always charging this one. That one, I have to charge externally because I don't have the cable to just infinitely charge it. That's an oversight by me to use a camera as a webcam that technically isn't supposed to be used like one. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do. I'll have it charged next time, guys. That's my bad. Yeah, I think that's it. We have our predictions for the Sweet 16. If the season ended now, and NBA predictions. Unless we want to go a little bit MLB.
Nah, let's not talk about it. Let's say that for the next
time. We'll wait until some series haven't played by next week. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking through the technical difficulties from today.
Let's do our wrap up. We're on Joski and Goob on all social medias. If you want to reach out to us and give us some feedback, we'd love the input. We got to start working on getting some special guests on the show.
No. I like us. I like us on it.
No, I want to interview Coach Oz. Maybe next week we can interview Coach Oz after he comes back from his fight.
All right. If he wants to be on, he can be on.
Yeah. Okay.
All righty. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
I've been Joski.
I'm Goob.
All right. See you guys next
time.
Goodbye.
Time.